You can sit down. I've just got to make a really important call. 1 second.
Hello?
Hi. It's Luke. Is that Martha?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. This is Luke. I'm Paul's friend. I'm writing a gospel, and I wanted to ask you some questions.
All right, but be quick. I've got 12 coming for dinner, and I have a lot to do.
Well, that tracks. I wanted to ask you about one of Jesus's visits to your house. It's a very popular story. It's doing the rounds, and I want to get it down on paper.
Oh, which one is it then? The one where Jesus is late for my brother's funeral and I get mad at him? Or the one where he brings himself and his 12 friends over for dinner, unannounced, and I get mad at my sister?
The second one for now, the dinner party. We can get to the other one on a different call. How did you know which stories I was writing?
I'm not stupid. I know the stories everyone tells about me. I'm the nag who doesn't mind getting in Jesus' face. Then he calms me down and everyone learns a lesson.
Well, I wouldn't quite put it like that.
But why do you have to write it down, Luke? What is it, in your gospel? People will be telling the story forever if you do that.
It's a good story, Martha. It reminds people what's important, to listen to Jesus.
The lamb cooking and the bread not burning was important too. What about the hummus? I could never get the hummus right. Only Mary could manage that. I wanted to do my best, and he never said when he was popping by. Then there were the boys, always so hungry.
It's a good story, Martha. It has lots of personality.
Oh, personality. Martha complaining again, not being too shy to tell the Lord what she thought. Why not tell the whole story, Luke? Why not tell how I cried? And Mary got up and hugged me. And then John poured me a hot drink. After a bit of teasing, Jesus hugged me too, and we all laughed and sat down for a chat. Why not tell how after a while he got up, picked up a towel and threw it at Peter, telling him to help in the kitchen while he went out to cut wood? Why not tell everyone that we all ate a bit late and that everyone helped?
Because that isn't the fun part.
The fun part is when I complained to Jesus about Mary.
Everyone loves it, Martha. And everyone has to wrestle with what it means to be too busy and listen. They all learn something from you. You teach them.
They will be telling this story at my expense for millennia, Luke. You mark my words, millennia. But write it if you want to, publish and be damned. Now I have to go. I have to make dinner. Mary is daydreaming again.
Wait 1 minute, Martha. I haven't asked my question.
Okay, go on, but be quick about it.
How come you are one of the few people that could get angry in front of Jesus and get away with it? The rest of them were always in awe. I mean, Paul says he was the image of the invisible God. He was incredible.
He was also my friend. I read Paul's letters. Some good poetry there. Don't always agree with him about women, mind you. But the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation, in whom all things should come together, God was pleased to dwell in him and reconcile us all to each other. Him, that Jesus, was my friend. And I could get annoyed with him because he let me. because he was eating dinner at my house, and he knew where the plates were kept, and he ate dinner with me many times. At the dinner table, we were all equal. We learned from each other, and I learned so much from him. But he learned a thing or two from me, too, this God made flesh. He came into my home, and he was annoying, but I loved him so much.
Oh, Martha, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Let me tell you one more thing. Sitting down to dinner is wonderful. It puts all of us on the same level. Anger can cool at dinner. Differences can be reconciled. God may come to dinner at your house and share the universe with you, or even if God doesn't come, you may discover the divine mystery in the words shared by a friend who is struggling and needs the support of the table. Having dinner, and I mean actually sitting down with others and spending time over it, is the place where I get to share the good news. Gosh, I miss him. But every time I get out the dinner set we used that night, it is as though he is at the table with us. Anyway, that is what I think, and as you are very likely to share in your gospel, I always say what I think.
Thank you, Martha. I may not like all of that, but I hope people will learn from you anyway.
You are welcome. So are we done? I have to get dinner on the table. I have 12 new people coming, and you need to come by for a meal sometime soon, Luke.
Hi everyone, can you hear me? I'm back, and I was trying to cast that part yesterday, and I asked Elizabeth in front of Bishop Barry if she would play Martha, and he said, "Oh, are we typecasting now?" Elizabeth and I will be expecting our nominations for an Oscar in the next couple of weeks. Thank you for listening. When I was on my sabbatical, I would have a few people around, have meals, grill in the garden. I'd like that. I have a tendency to try and do everything for everybody. And then I realized that I don't get to sit down and listen to the people that I invited to my house for dinner because I'm so hectic and it's too much. And so I was really working on boundaries in my sabbatical. And I finally plucked up the courage. And when some friends came around, I handed somebody some vegetables and I said, chop them and make a salad. And I said to somebody else, can you help me get the things ready for the grill? And they did. And then I got to talk to them while I was doing it. And at the end, I always get stressed out because, there's going to be the washing later. And I said, can you all just help me load the dishwasher? And they did. And they got to experience an opportunity for us to spend time and talk and to share a task and for them to give me something as I was giving them something. And it was a lesson I was trying to learn, and honestly, I'm still trying to learn it. And what I realized when I looked at this text is, Martha is my hero because she was able to ask for what she needed. Now, Jesus didn't entirely agree with her, but she still had the kind of relationship with him where she could ask for what she needed. Rest and work are both good. In balance. And we need to find balance. Sitting at a table for dinner is good. In the Hebrew scriptures, the story of the oaks of Mamre, I love that phrase, the oaks of Mamre, where 3 strangers come and sit down outside of Abraham's tent, and he brings them food, and Sarah prepares for them. It's represented in our icon of the Trinity over there. That's the 3 strangers that came to sit with Abraham. But ancient tradition tells us that that image is an image of God's self. That when the strangers came to sit at the table with Abraham, he was meeting God at dinner. It's great. And in the Colossians, we have this idea of Jesus being the image of the invisible God, the one in whom all Godhood dwells. That you could meet God in the person of Jesus, and that when you meet him, he reconciles everything. And I love that Mary and Martha met him at dinner often. And it was around the dinner table that things could be reconciled, even a little spat between friends about who was doing the work or not. Have you ever been at a meal where reconciliation took place? Have you ever been at a meal where you couldn't slow down enough to actually listen to what everybody else was saying, and you had to get yourself there? Have you ever been at a meal where somebody was in pain and shared it, and as Martha said in her closing remarks, the table was there for them? We can meet God in other people around meals if we'll slow down enough to really be present with each other. It's a lesson I'm still trying to learn. I wonder when you last had a meal in your home, or went to a meal, or found yourself at a table with some people. If it's been a while, maybe try and find yourself there. Make sure that you share the tasks. Make sure there's enough time to listen to each other and be present. I had the great privilege, and I'm grateful to you because it was a privilege, to slow down for 3 months and have sabbatical, rest, stop being quite so busy, listen to God, listen to my heart, and listen to some of the people I got to share meals with. It's a great privilege, and I would recommend it for everybody at some point. I mean, not everybody right now, because don't all go for 3 months and then not come back. But it's a great chance to slow down and listen. And hang on a minute. Here's a table, and you're invited to a meal today. And I hope you might meet Jesus here. Amen.